Hi, beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Capricorn, before we start, I just want to tell you that there's not going to be an extension here today. I've flipped things around a little bit. There's no part one, there's no part two. There's just a fuller reading here on YouTube, which is obviously free. And then the reason I cut the extension out is because of a little surprise that I hope you like. And I'll tell you all about that, a little cliffhanger, at the very end of this reading. So if you're interested in that, stick around for that. Capricorn, we're doing your mid-month reading here for mid-August until mid-September. And because it's a fuller reading, we're going to do an underlying current, like an underlying energy, like what's going on for you. That's underneath it all, an overall energy. And then we're going to clarify, get all the cards out on the table, and then I'm going to start to give you the messages. Although I feel like there's a message right now as well, like in the cards, in the shuffling, in everything. So Capricorn, mid-August until mid-September of 2022. Is that crazy that we're heading to mid-September? It's like towards the end of the year. It's like, what happened? We're probably going to see some influence of the Lionsgate portal energy there. We're going to see some influence of the full moon in Aquarius leading up to the next full moon, which is more focused on resolution, result, manifestation, rather than new energy, new ideas. You know, it's the coming full circle of things. And we're starting with resilience. So there's talk about a moon. Overcoming the obstacles that this moon is bringing about or has brung about. If brung is not the correct grammar, it should be. It has brung so many challenges probably to your life leading up to this point. And with this, it's all about just overcoming it. It's interesting because I see this vortex or almost like cyclone or whirlwind. I don't even know what to call it. It's like you're running away from this whirlwind. You're running away from trying to take shelter or trying to like just get things in order. So there might have been like a little bit of a tumultuous time for you. You might still even be there. I just want to say that what you're running away from might not even be what you think it is. It might be something that you want to embrace. That's very interesting. We're gonna dive deeper into this. Okay, so please, full story here for Capricorn, please. Mid-August until mid-September. What do you have for Capricorn, please? Capricorn. First card out is Change Your Life. Wow. Change Your Life, 16. Sudden shifts, sudden changes. Change Your Life, Capricorn. Together with, Page of Gabriel, which is also turning the page, getting new energy into your life. Together with a Knight, which is also new energy coming in. There you go. I feel like that was it. Another Knight. There might be a person coming in there. Knight tonight. So we have Change Your Life, Page, which is turning the page for something new. Knight and Knight, which is new energy. And another Page. Oh my God. Talk about turning the page in your life. Talk about getting new energy into your life and changing it. That's all it is. A change of perspective. The Hanged Man. We're going to get clarifiers, but it's quite clear, I'd say. Wow. Change Your Life, Page, Knight, Page, and perspective. Change your perspective. There's a better way. Wow. Okay. Clarifying this, please, for Capricorn. Solar plexus chakra. You think? Really working on this deeply. Solar plexus chakra, all about learning how to manifest, learning how to feel confident in your life, how to feel self-reliant, that you're having all the worth in the world, like the world is a more beautiful place just because you're existing. What else do you want to clarify for Capricorn, please? But it's just the amounts of energy, the amounts of cards that are here talking about a shift or a change or new energy coming in. It's just, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. And then we have the destiny and shadow coming out as clarifiers, like just this is where you're headed, working on your shadow, and this is like you're headed towards your destiny. This looks good, Capricorn. Okay, so we started with this, like overcoming things, running. It feels like there's constantly one more thing. And I think Capricorn, haven't we have this story for quite some time now? Like I want to do this, like I give up. Like haven't we had this story for quite some time that you're just, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's with a home, whether it's with a job situation, whatever this is for you, it's a general reason. It's going to be different for each and every one of you, but it's like you might have felt the feeling of it's just a never-ending story, and it just feels like you keep trying to fix things, and you keep trying to run away from things, not necessarily not dealing with them, but sort of just trying to get away from it. It's like, how do I get away from this? How do I get away from, like, when does it stop to just be, yet another thing you need to overcome or to fix or to, whatever that is. And you're shifting now. You probably have put more in the universe alone, Capricorn, asking for change than all the other signs put together, because of what I'm seeing here on the table. And I'm sorry for laughing. I think you should laugh though, Capricorn. At some point, you just sort of have to sit down and start to laugh at things. Like, this is just phenomenal how it just doesn't work out. It's just constantly one thing after the other. And it's just really, really tough. And at one point, you just sort of have to sit down and go, oh, F it. I'm not going to deal with this anymore. I am now going to give up to a higher power, and I'm going to have them take over. Actually, I'm seeing this like notepad or like a notebook or something that this beautiful little exercise that you can do, that is like if you have certain things that you're going to do in your day, that you just that you're going to do these things, and you can put down on one side the things that you're going to do, and on the other side you just put down what you want help with from the universe or God or your inner being. Really put that as a headline, like, universe, this is for you to deal with. And if that is like your relationship, put down the relationship underneath what the universe is supposed to help you with, guide you through, fix. If it's a house, if it's a job that you want, if it's more money, if it's health, whatever it is, just put it down on that side. And the tricky part then is to leave it be, to really then put it in God's hands, to put it in the universe's hands, in your inner being in your inner being's hands, and trust that is being taken care of. Okay, moving here, I just, it's so interesting because if, like, from one perspective, and we have to change the perspective here. The Hanged Man is like, from one angle, it looks like there's just more, it's a tornado of things happening, and it's like things coming in that you don't even recognize. Like, what is this? From one perspective, it looks like something you should run away from, something that you don't want to happen. And from another perspective, it's like, oh, wait a minute. If you just stop and reflect and come from a different perspective, you're going to realize, and you're going to see that not only is it something you should run away from, it's something you should embrace. And it's something that really is making you grow. So whatever has been happening that has made you felt like you just for the life of you just can't get away, you probably shouldn't get away. You probably should embrace what's going on. Really, really embrace it. Like, allowing it to happen. What you resist persists, right? So we have change your life. 16, a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination, which is to put things off, like I'll do that later. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. Embrace what this brings. And you're about to shift everything for the better. What we see here, the page of Gabriel, follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. You're turning the page now. This is not just talk this time. Like I said, I feel like you probably have been wanting to get out of this situation. The Lionsgate portal might have been the shift for you. This full moon in Aquarius, actually on my birthday, might have been the shift for you. That is just, the energy just shifted. I don't know about you guys, but I felt like angry for a couple of days, like 3 or 4 days. I was freaking angry until the Lionsgate came up, and definitely when the full moon was here, then something got released. And it was like for the first time breathing out. And I haven't been angry like that in a long, like in years. I haven't been angry like that. Just oozing out of my ears, like, I don't know what's going on. I'm so freaking angry, you know? And then we have had a lot of lightning and thunder here. So it feels like the whole world, like even the weather pattern is just really charged. And it has now starting to release. So there's a release here, and there's a shift that you're undergoing. It's not just talk anymore, because we've had this message for you for quite some time that you want this shift, you want to see this shift. And again, I think you, Capricorn, more than anyone, has asked for this shift. That, like I said, all the other signs put together. And here it is now. Then we have Knight of Michael, which is time to move quickly, choose logic over emotion, sudden changes. So there's the sudden change again. We have to change your life, but 16 numerology-wise is sudden changes and sudden shifts. Sudden shifts. And time to move quickly. This is just a really quick energy overall. It's just, it moves really, really fast. And so, yes, you've been asking for something for a long time. You just want to see an easier outcome, an easier path for you, just an overall easier life probably. It might be in one area, but it might also be in several areas where you have just been fighting or surviving even. And this, this feeling of wanting this change, I said this to another sign. Who was that? Okay, I'm not going to remember that, but it was for another sign that I said that, you know, we can keep ask for things, and you ask and you ask and you ask, and then all of a sudden it comes in. This is a time for preparation. If you knew that the love of your life would knock on your door tomorrow or this afternoon or whenever you listen to this, like from now and 4 hours ahead, are you ready for that person to knock on your door? Like, what do you feel ready? In whatever that means, like, are you physically ready? Are you emotionally ready? Are you spiritually ready? You keep asking for it, but when they're finally here, if there's been a health issue, you've been struggling with a health issue or a handicap or like something for the longest time, and you just ask and ask and ask for change. And then if you knew that when you wake up tomorrow, that health issue is gone, are you ready for that? Are you prepared for that? And the consequence that, you know, it's not that easy. People think it would be like so easy to just get rid of some health issue or get rid of some handicap. If you're rid of it, what does that bring along? Like, what causes the consequence for that? You know, are you ready for that shift? If you've been living from paycheck to paycheck or not even that, if you knew that tomorrow you won the lottery, are you really emotionally, mentally ready for it? Because the answer is here. It's happening. We have change your life. We have page, which is turning the page. With the Knight, which is a new energy coming in. With the Knight, that is a new energy coming in. With the page, that is we're turning the page now for a new dawn with change of perspective. There is a flip here. There's a switch that is just happening. Are you ready, Capricorn? Are you preparing yourself for it? Because if you really truly believed that you would be heard, that you would be answered in what you're asking about, you would start to prepare. If you don't believe it, that's when we procrastinate. That's when we don't deal with it. That's like, I'll just do that another day because I'm not going to be a millionaire tomorrow either. Or I'm just going to not shave today either because I'm not going to meet the man of my dreams tomorrow. I'm speaking. Or woman of your dreams, or get the job of your dreams. Like, are you ready? Are you prepared? This is a quick moving energy. Knight of Raphael is also talking in the bigger scheme. This is only talking about, again, there's a new quick energy coming in. It's a change here. If we go more into detail, it seems to be a person or topic or like something that just really makes your heart go crazy good, because there's someone or something, an opportunity or a person, the person of your dreams is knocking on that door. And it's happening right around now. We have mid-August until mid-September. Committed romantic relationships being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So if it's not a person knocking on your door, this is a grand opportunity. Oh my God. Oh, I'm going to pay them later. I'm going to pay them later. Oh my God. They really freaked me out. Whew. If that is not, I don't know. I mean, that's so fitting in this reading. You can't make that up. Someone's knocking on your door. There's a huge opportunity here. Okay? We have the page of Ariel. You have gathered over this period of time, you have gathered more information. This is humor. Capricorn, you should sit on your ASS and just laugh it off, because it's just humor. It's humorous what you've been through. It's humorous. You have to take it to that level. You can't be angry anymore. You can't be pissed. You can't be bitter or sour, or, you just have to just laugh at it, because it's just that ridiculous. What's been going on is ridiculous. Isn't it ridiculous to not have an easy life? Isn't it ridiculous? Like, isn't it just sort of, shouldn't it just be that you should be rich? Shouldn't it just be that you wake up and you have a healthy body? Isn't that what's natural? You have more information under your belt than, again, anyone else put together. You gathered so much information. You collected so much information. Like, you know so well what you want. You know so well where you're headed. If you ask anyone in the universe, they will say, oh, Capricorn, we know where Capricorn wants. We know, we see their path. We know what their wishes and their desires. We know their, it's very clear to you and the universe where you want to go. And do you see all these lights? All these lights are turning on. And then it looks like, okay, so on the bottom here, it has already turned on. And now we're starting it. We have like 1 and 2 on the top there. It's coming on more and more and more. It's just coming on. Page of Ariel. You're turning the page even when it comes to learning how to manifest and love. And with the change of perspective, there's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. I'm actually going to read from the book. Perspective, Archangel Shamuel, 12. There's a better way, you think? You probably noticed that your past approach is no longer working for you. Archangel Shamuel asks that you pause what you're doing and look at things from a different perspective. While this time of reflection is temporary, it is also extremely important to your spiritual evolution and growth. This card can also indicate that your heart may be leading you to perform a selfless act of kindness for someone else. This form of compassion is always rewarded, and your angels will be standing by your side. Remember that you give the world your greatest gift by being your true, unique, eclectic self. Additional meanings of this card is a pause for reflection, time moving slowly, a change in priorities, unconventional ideas, daring to be different. So there is a true, this is like, this is not like, oh, I have such a different, I don't know even what to compare it to. Like, I have such a different outlook on dogs now. I have such a different outlook on dogs. I thought dogs were this way, and I spent a day with a dog, and now I think this of them. Although that would be life-changing, perhaps. This is the type of change. This is the type of change of perspective. When you sort of go to bed one person, you almost wake up another one. It's like you integrate with your highest good. You just sort of come to this threshold and you cross it. You really have crossed this threshold. You have walked through this portal, and there is a change of perspective, and there is a new energy, other energy, turning the page, coming in for you. The work on your solar plexus seems to be very profound. That is so much about your confidence, who you are in this world, what you can manifest in this world, and your worth. Feeling worthy of everything that you have. Or feeling worthy of everything you ask for. Because you're not worthy of the things that has just crumbled in your life. With the shadow card, which is, it's so beautiful because it's like, yeah, this could have been a dark night of the soul. It could be that you really have acquainted yourself with your shadow side, which a lot of people are quite afraid of. Like, they don't want to get into the real emotions or the darker emotions or the deeper emotions, or not even having emotions at all, because it feels really, really scary. What happens if I sort of let those shine through or come through? This is when you've really worked, like whatever you've done or whatever has happened in your life has really made you work on your shadow side, and also come to the understanding that without the shadow side, we don't have the light side. Without it, there's not a completion. I keep saying this analogy, but it's such a good one. The one that we were taught in school, when we were taught to create light. Like, how do we make this little light bulb, or this little tiny light bulb, to shine? We knew that we had minus on the table and we had plus on the table, and we knew that only minus together doesn't make for light, and only plus on the table doesn't make for light. Actually, it's the plus and the minus coming together that causes the light bulb to shine. And so you coming together, you're the plus and the minus within yourself, and learning how to work to like incorporate the whole of you. Don't run away from it. Incorporate it. Embrace it. Allow it. If it's someone you really want to get rid of, if it's a person you feel like you need to run away from, if it's problems, if it's issues, if it's low bank account that you need to get away from, embrace it instead and sit with it. It might feel ugly for a bit. Like, I don't want to sit with that person in my energy. Never. I don't want to embrace having no money in my bank account. I don't want to embrace that. Are you kidding me? I want to shift that. I want to have money in my bank account. The moment you embrace it, the moment you just shift your energy around that, shift your perspective around that, and make peace with it, you embrace both of them. And there's your wheel of fortune. That's when things that have been stagnant start to move again. That's where the hermit becomes the The Hermit becomes the shine, the confident one, the one that wants to take part in this world. I'm not saying it's wrong to be the Hermit. We need it all. And you realizing that and embracing that is going to make the shift. And I don't think I have ever seen a shift like this. It's not just talk about it. And you might even start, as you sit there listening, I'll be damned, there might actually be a shift here. There might actually be something that is now turning around for me. You might actually start to believe it. And as you do, and you start to embrace the things that you've been trying to run away from or been angry at or like whatever, try to love it. Love it to death is a good expression. Love it to death. If it's someone you hate, love it to death. The more love you send to that person or to that situation, and they're not up to par with it, they're not going to be anywhere near in sight. Because it's not a match to who you are. But the more angry you are, the more a match to you they are. And they just stick around. Or your ugly bank account, or your ugly health issue, or your ugly whatever. We're going to end with Michael. We're going to ask Michael, please, Michael, can you just wrap this reading up? Yes, you can. Have confidence. Oh, wow. Have confidence. That's what you're working on. And also with the Wheel of Fortune, have confidence. This is your destiny. This is where you're headed. It's a completion there, number 10. Have confidence. Go forward fearlessly. Go forward fearlessly. And detach from the situation. What you're going to do today and what you're asking the universe to do, and then just detach yourself. Like, don't even get involved there. And if you are, love it to death. If it's something you bother with, love it to death. If it's something you love it. That's what I have for you, Capricorn. Wow, what a turnaround. What a change in direction for you, finally. So to my little surprise, there has been people asking, and now I'm going to say yes to it. I'm going to cut out the extended or the part 2 of these readings. I'm going to make these fuller readings in the YouTube arena, and then I'm going to start to offer personal/private readings. I've done it for a long time in Swedish, and I also have tested on a smaller group in English, and I actually do feel confident doing it in English. What is the difference between this and one person? I don't know. I just needed to test it out to feel confident. And I'm happy to say that I do. So if you're interested in that, everything you need to know is in the description box down below. Just read about it and send me a message, and we'll take it from there. Otherwise, thank you so much, Capricorn, for being here, for watching, for showing up here together with me. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys.